I come in, I got a little bit of money, so I'm like, yo, I don't have 60 days. A lot of people say it's a long time, but to me, that's nothing.
Okay.
So in my mind, I got to get active right now. So I instantly went in, I'm going to do what they say don't do. So in other words, you know how they say, oh, don't buy a whole lot of commissary because somebody going to rob you, they're going to this, they're going to do that. That's what I want. That's what I didn't come here just to sit on my bunk and just, just watch.
Yeah.
I came in here to get active and move around and have some motion. So that's what I did. I went every day. I'm purposely buying $500 commissary stores every Wednesday. I'm talking to, I can identify. A lot of people say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I can sit back and watch you a day or two and realize you're not who you say you are. Or that guy over there just sitting in that corner, he really calling the shots. You see what I'm saying? And once I identify them, I'm not even dealing with the crash dummies. I'm not even fooling with them. I don't have the time to.
That ugly money. That ugly money. Yeah. Say it's that ugly money.
This is the Ugly Money Podcast. It's about the process of success. Everything between your first dollar, your first million. That's ugly money.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to yet another episode of the Ugly Money Podcast, brought to you by Engorge Rejuvenation Tea, promoting erections, improving size, stamina, and libido, and endurance. All natural male supplement. Make sure you go to engorge.com. That's en-gorg.com to get yours today. Proud sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest of the evening, North Carolina's own star of 60 Days In on A&E. Tony is here.
Yo, what's up? What's
up, my brother? I appreciate you making time for us today, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, we got a lot of things to talk about, but let's start from the beginning, from North Carolina. So before the show, before the job, who was Tony?
I'm a country boy, country town, small country town. Mother, father, good grades, perfect attendance. All that country stuff, a real country life, for real. And mother and father in the household, turned 16, graduated, brand new car. Definitely ain't got no sad story or none of that. Love football. Football really kept me focused.
Come on.
And kept me on point with my grades. So really just football was really my go-to. Active father, active mother in the house, so I ain't got no reason but to be successful in life.
Oh, respect. You know what's up? It's always funny to hear a lot of people come on these interviews and talk about. I be like, boy, the way you talk about your goddamn how you came up, boy, if your mama heard that, like a lot, how they be capping talking about, man, it was messed up, the lights was out, the roaches, I'm like, boy, if your mama hear this damn interview, she gonna fire you up.
Yeah, for real. Nah, I ain't good. It was Christmas, brand new pool tables, go-karts, four-wheelers. Really, man, not to say my cousins and them were a little jealous, but they really was a little jealous. You know what I mean? But, I ain't had no sad story, nothing. I ain't never smoked weed before.
Yeah, wow.
The 21 is when I first time I got drunk.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Waited, had sex, 18. I'm tunnel vision.
That's
focused
hard.
on football.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? That's what I want.
What position you play?
Outside linebacker.
Killing them.
Yeah, outside.
I was a defensive end. They used to call me quarterback killer.
Yeah, quarterback. I like that.
I come off that corner, boy. It was lights out for him.
Yeah,
it was lights out for him. So like, I come from a small country town as well, man. The city I'm from ain't got no stoplights.
Right.
And a lot of times, people that come from these small markets, people don't think that we have a future. And it's sometimes, it's not where you come from. It's what you do when you get to where you're going. Right. Talk to me about having the intestinal fortitude and the mentality to want more out of life coming from such humble beginnings.
Right. So really, I always knew I was going to outgrow my hometown. I love going home. I like to tell my old lady and my family, like, when I go back home, it's like I hit the reset button. I can come here, do this, do that, hustle and bustle and deal with hostile situations, whatever come with that, and then go back home. It's like get it all back to my father.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Reset me. My mother reset me, go back to, and I come back to Atlanta, handle business. But Really, man, I have a real solid family.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, I'm not saying we perfect, but we solid. You know what I mean? If a brother or sister, mother, somebody in need, we gonna collectively come together and figure out, come up with a solution. So, I got a solid background. I got a solid. My father, he laid a solid foundation for me to do right by my kids. You know what I mean? So, he left some big. He got some big shoes for me to fill. So
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of black families don't have the father in the household, and as a fellow brother that had mommy and dad, you know what I'm saying, I didn't realize how uncommon it was to have both of them till I got, teenage years. And I remember, my homeboys would come to my house and be like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, your pop like my pop. And I'm like, nigga, where your pop at?
Right.
And I remember one of my partners told me, he looked me in my eye and he was like, I ain't got no daddy. And I was like, nigga, what you mean you ain't got no daddy? I didn't understand it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I thought everybody had mom and dad or whatever. And so, that struck me. And then my other partner was like, yeah, I don't fuck with my daddy either. I'm like, I don't fuck with your daddy. That's your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times in these black households or whatever, the man is removed for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me about growing up with your father, having that male influence to guide your life.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think the father, especially for a young black boy, the father role is more important. There's more weight on the father than is the mother, because the mother only gonna be able to raise a child up until so big, and then he gonna need that father figure to yank him up, get him right. Just like my young son now, he need his mother now. We not together. He need his mother. I respect that, and that's what that is. However, I got a 12-year-old. He need me.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I got a good relationship with one of my child's mothers, and that's how we do it. But as far as, I got buddies too, friends and partners and all that who ain't got a father. In fact, my cousin, he just got sentenced to 23 years to life. Wow. 23 years to life. Good friend of mine, sandbox partner. He smoked weed, do all that, drink a little bit. He kind of street, but good dude. Good dude. Give you the shirt off his back. But, we just went different paths. It's all a respect thing. People automatically think that, oh, you the police, this, and that. I get it. However, I always tell people, I know the same people do the same thing. If that's all that is, a respect thing, strictly respect. You know what I mean? And so with my cousin, man, it really hurt me. He actually just got sentenced, I say about 2 weeks ago. They just shipped him. He actually in Raleigh at Central State Prison, if I'm not mistaken. And he 36. I mean, you looking 50s. You know what I mean? And this is his second time going down the road. For his first bid, he did 10, lost his grandmother, and now, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. But the father is extremely important in the household. Extremely important.
When did you make the decision to go into law enforcement?
Law enforcement was my backup plan, because I'm a physical kind of guy. I like contact. I like to spar. I actually I prefer to fight instead of shoot, stab, and like that. That's me.
Come on, catch a one, man.
Yeah,
that's what they need to do.
real,
Some of these
for
boys
real,
need to
for
catch
real.
their ass whooping before
For
they
real,
go grab a
for
gun.
real, for real.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I never had no issues with and that's one thing I say with like the policing and this new generation, right? Like, police got to bridge that gap. I honestly, I don't think it's for civilians, for the youth to try to bridge the gap. I think it's more importantly for law enforcement to try to bridge the gap, because, in the media, so to speak, we got this stigma on us where it's like, oh, you 12, you this, you 12, this and that, all that, right? So I feel like it's more important for law enforcement to do more to bridge that gap. You know what I mean? With the younger crowd, it's like all they want to do is shoot, and I'm like, man, what your chin like?
Yeah.
You take an ass whooping, it's like, all right, we'll hit tomorrow, you see me. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But nowadays, it's just like everybody got guns, and, when a man got a gun, it really put the batteries in his back. I was in a situation where somebody had a Draco or an AK, and all I had was my little Glock. You see what I'm saying? And see, people get these pretty nice looking guns to put them in a song and this and that. And in my mind, I'm like, in reality, that's too much gun for you. I shoot guns. That's what I do. That's a big bullet coming out. What you gonna do with that for real? Yeah, real life. And it's just a thing. It's like it's cool. You know what I mean? It's like it's cool. And to me, it's like I actually train with guns. I actually just bought a big boy. The biggest gun I got is a 308.
Okay.
And it's a beast. It's a beast.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I always tell people, there's nothing wrong with guns. That's your right. Get a gun. I encourage people to have a gun. I feel safer when every man in the room got a gun, because I know if somebody coming this door, it's go time.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
I purposely didn't stop eating at Waffle Houses, because when I walked to the door, they I think it was like right in Riverdale, and they got a sign up there saying no guns. I don't eat there no more, because I would be the one to save somebody's life. Somebody come in there, and you don't want guns in your establishment. That's crazy. You in the South, go out there somewhere with that. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And it's, to me, that's a little for people who don't like guns and this and that. I understand, but nah, I ain't trying to go nowhere if it can't have no guns, because a stranger saved my life. A stranger saved my kids and my old lady life. You know what I mean? So that's.
Do you think guns kill people or people kill people?
Ignorant people with guns kill people. Lack of education. I can set my pistol down on this table right now. As long as the fool don't touch it, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. First time a fool touch that gun and want to flash it and do this and do that, it's an accident. And then people don't even really, and that's the crazy thing, right? The gun ain't gonna hurt nobody. Like my kids, my babies, I train them at an early age. So I purposely create situations that's within my control and see how my kids gonna react around my guns. Your father loved guns. My boys, they gonna love guns. My girls, they gonna love guns. I purposely do that strategically from yay big to condition them. So, in other words, when my sons and my daughters, when they get around their friends, and they gonna have guns at some point, and now when they see their friend acting foolish with a gun, they're gonna be like, nah, we don't move like that over here. Keep it moving.
No,
you know
for sure,
what I mean?
for sure. Let's talk 60 days in. So, talk to me about the process of first and foremost getting on the show.
All right. So pretty much what happened, my colonel, so they actually shot 60 days in at my facility, I'll say maybe like 2016 roughly. And the producers contact the jail asking pretty much who you think could do this or do that. And I'm the first name came up there. I was like, hey, Murray, he I got this little thing. They say, well, it's just, but yeah, Murray, he the one you want to go. Murray, he gonna handle business. He gonna do it by the book. He's not a kind of guy. He's a get in there, get dirty kind of guy, and that's who you want. And they called me. I delivered, and they calling me. They like the results.
So let's take it. Let's take it. Day one. You get in. Process and everything like that. What's going on in your mind as you're entering? You were in Gadsden, right? Gadsden, Alabama, right?
Gadsden, Alabama.
What's going through your mind as you're entering this prison facility?
Honestly, being that I worked at a jail for so long, there's no anxiety, I'm not nervous. I understand fully that I don't care what your charges is. I don't care if you in here for this, that. You're a man, you put your pants on just like me. It's that simple. As much as I see you as a threat, you should see me as a threat.
For sure.
So for me, it's not even a matter of not even that I can do this to you or you can do this to me. It's more so like I'm gonna kill you with verbal judo. I'm gonna finesse you and how you going mentally. I'm gonna get you mentally. I'm gonna get you mentally. Physically, I can handle myself and this and that. I'm not too concerned about that. But mentally, I'm gonna have my way with you.
Now, I saw on the show, there were a lot of times that you had that mental judo with certain individuals, that verbal judo. Guy owed you some money or some snacks.
Commissary.
I think his name was Champagne.
Yep.
And Champagne ain't want to pay you back until you put that verbal judo on him.
Right, absolutely.
And so you actually were able to get him to pay you back without having to lift a finger on him. Talk to me about how one can avoid violence but still get the job done.
So I carry myself a certain way. So me personally, when I talk to a man, I look you in the eyes. When I shake your hand, I'm looking in your eyes. I'm letting you know I mean what I say.
Yes, sir.
And it's like just how I carry myself. I didn't play with people. You're not gonna catch me laughing and playing with a whole lot of people. I don't know none of these people. Yeah. As far as I know, they went to high school together. They part of this organization. They part of that. I don't know what they got going on. I ain't here for that. And so for me, everybody watching how I move. Yeah. Because you know I'm moving a certain way. Like I come in, I got a little bit of money, so I'm like, yo, I don't have 60 days. A lot of people say it's a long time, but to me, that's nothing. Okay. So in my mind, I got to get active right now. So I instantly went in, I'm going to do what they say don't do. So in other words, you know how they say, oh, don't buy a whole lot of commissary because somebody going to rob you, they're going to this, they're going to do that. That's what I want. That's what I didn't come here just to sit on my bunk and just, you know, just watch. Yeah. I came in here to get active and move around and have some motion. So that's what I did. I went every day. I'm purposely buying $500 commissary stores every Wednesday. I'm talking to, I can identify, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I can sit back and watch you a day or two and realize you're not who you say you are. Or that guy over there just sitting in that corner, he really calling the shots. You see what I'm saying? And once I identify them, I'm not even dealing with the crash dummies. I'm not even fooling with them. I don't have the time to. If I was...
Yo, have you got your Engorge yet? All natural male supplement, improving size, boosts libido, and stamina. And no, I'm not paying attention to her because I got that Engorge. So if you really want to handle your business the way you got to handle your business, go to Engorge.com today to get yours. Do that thing again, China Red. Yeah, it's an Engorge thing. There's almost like a ranking system, like a hierarchy in jail. Like if you could briefly explain that.
So I'll say on the civilians' behalf, it's like, you know, if you got the money, if you popular, if you got a little name, or you know, of course, if you somebody, if you go to jail with money, then you gonna get respect just off of that, or somebody gonna try you one. But it's really. So like for me, for instance, I went in. I already knew what I was gonna do. I already know I'm going to a country town. I'm from a country town. I'm coming from a facility like Fulton County Sheriff's Office. I mean, there's only 1 to 2 jails worse than Fulton County. So I mean, it's not gonna be. Thank you. It's not gonna get much worse than that.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna tell people what I'm going to do. I'm gonna tell people what I'm not going to do, and don't expect anything more, anything less. Because I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I'm not, I'm not.
There came a time during the show, was there ever a time that you forgot that you were on a show and playing a role and kind of reverted to being a convict?
Right, absolutely, yeah, several times. When I told Champagne, if you don't pay me, you know I'm gonna stab you. I honestly, I meant that. However, so as soon as I get in there, I already know what I got to do. I got to get shanks. I got to get protection. I don't know nobody in here. I got to cover my ass. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know if the CO's working together. It's 2023, man, or 2019 at the time. It's like I don't trust nobody in here. So first thing I'm gonna do. Hey, look, I got $50. First man bring me a shank, and I'm putting it out there. Let everybody know how I'm moving. I got $50. Come try to rob me. Now you know what's going on over here. So if you
know I'm scrapped.
Yeah, you know what it is. And I want to be known. So don't come over here playing with me. Don't be walking to me with your hands in your pants, getting too close. Don't be walking behind me. I'm on the phone. Don't be looking like, nah, we ain't doing checking everything at the door. Everything. And and honestly, I'm prepared for whatever come with it. You know what I mean? I'm not just, you know, a lot of people look at that and be like, oh, you're a bully, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not. I'm moving how I need to move in my environment. You know, if you catch me on the street, we can laugh, cut up, have a blast. If you cross that line, I can be the boogeyman. So it's like, you know, you get what you what you put out. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm in jail, I'm gonna be like everybody. I'm gonna be just like everybody else. Honestly, probably more, because it's just their environment.
When you were telling Champagne that either you gonna pay me or I'm gonna stab your ass up, if there was a physical altercation between you and two, because he was a tall dude, do you think you would have got the best of him?
Yeah, I would have got him, and honestly, only not because I know more than him or this and that. Because before I went in, I did a whole lot of cardio. I actually I did a whole lot of cardio to get my cardio because I don't know what to expect. So I want to be in the best shape physically I can be in.
Respect.
So I did a whole lot of running. Like literally the day that I went in, that when they came to arrest me and take me in, I probably ran like 4 miles that day.
Wow.
So every day I'm eating right because I know when I get in here, it's
terrible.
over with. You know what I mean? It's over with. So if, like I said on the show, we were 5 times, I would have won 4. And really, and not because, you know, I hit harder or this and that. I just don't stop. I don't stop.
He don't get tired.
I don't stop. I don't stop.
Was it a part of you that wanted to?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you when though. Like really before the whole Shank situation. See what happened was when he free picked the white boy, he knocked the white boy out when the other dude paid him $40, and then he came and beat up him. Yeah. So honestly, I don't like bullies. I don't. It's just bullies is like, I don't like it. Yeah. So when he went and beat him up, I couldn't really just jump on him because that's doing police stuff. I can't come in and say today I got to play my position. And
mind your business.
Yeah, stay in my lane. But when he presented himself to me, opportunity presented itself to me, I took full advantage of it. And I had my shank on me then. I had it on me then. Yeah.
Hey, there was a time where you had an inmate take all his clothes off and put it through the bottom of the door. You stripped him. Was that the show, or was that the convict?
No, that's definitely the convict. That's I seen that done. Oh, everything that I did, I learned from Rice Street.
Wow.
Everything that I done, I learned from Rice Street. I'm extremely observant. I know I can look at somebody's handshake and identify if they are this or that or this or that. I'm extremely observant. So I know how to stand. I could trick you in how you thinking I'm this or that. I can adapt. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. But really, I'm just real observant.
Yes, sir.
I'm real observant.
And the guy with the PC right after.
Yeah. He couldn't pay me. So when he came in, he's an older black man. He said he's hungry. I had a lot of commissary. He came, hey, 2 for 1. And I was like, nah, I'm taxing, man. I ain't from here, this and that. If I give you 1, you got to give me 3. Out of town prices. That's what that is. You want it, come on, get it. I got you. If not, you know, it's over with. And then I tell them, look, don't take nothing from me if you can't pay me. I'm telling you. So obviously I'm not going to put, you know, once I got to put on a show. For sure. You know what I mean? I had to put on a show. For sure. But once he couldn't pay me, and people there watching me, so they knew he couldn't pay me. So I had to do something. So I'm like, hey, look, either you going to pay me like we agreed to, I'm going to stab you up, or you going to give me all your clothes. So he chose to give me his clothes.
That's got to be a disheartening act to have another man take all your clothes. Yeah,
it is. I mean, like, as I said now, it's like, damn, you're a dick. You're an asshole, man.
You was playing it wrong.
Yeah, but when I'm in there, you know, honestly, if I did it again, I'll probably do it again. I don't second guess nothing. When it's time to go, act.
Because if you had not done something, you would be seen as weak, and then they're gonna play with you.
Exactly.
And so in a prison system, is it safe to say that you have to be a dick?
Yeah. If you're gonna be active, how I was active, you gonna have to be a dick. You gonna have to bark, and then a lot of times they're gonna try you. They're gonna see if you just bark or you gonna do what you say you're gonna do. I was just in a position to do whatever I said I was gonna do. I was okay with doing it. And then I had a conversation with the sheriff. The sheriff, he said, "Hey man, I trust you. You come highly recommended. So whatever you do, we got you back 100%. I said, say less. And I told him, I said, I'm not that yet. I'm not a, that ain't me. If your CO's this, you gonna know. If the inmates this, you gonna, I don't discriminate.
Yeah, you definitely didn't discriminate with the Jamaica guy.
Yeah, nah, definitely not. And a lot of people see, they showed a whole lot of interactions with the inmates, me dealing with the inmates, but really that really wasn't even my focus. My focus was like think about it, right? A criminal gonna be a criminal. That's not for me to sit and judge you and tell you this, and you know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know when you breaking the law. I don't need to tell you that. My issue was with the COs. I had a real issue with the COs because the COs wasn't doing their job, and they raised their right hand and took an oath just like I did. I got a problem with that. We're not doing that. So I'm gonna expose whatever need to be exposed.
So that was like let's talk about like some of the mistreatments or things that the COs were falling short on.
COs was falling asleep at the desk. A stabbing took place. The CO freak out, and to me, honestly, a stabbing is like we just talking now. I don't get excited.
Yeah.
I don't get excited. The stabbing took place. The CO running around. The inmate who got stabbed, he was like, "I told you." These inmates got knives in here. They got knives in the CO. He just running around, scared, looking, don't know what to do. I'm damn near about to jump in police mode and help.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I see the man leaking. Bust him up good, all in the face and everything. But really, my focus really was the COs, all the COs. I had one CO. I cashed out him some money. I tried to get him to bring me some drugs. I had a CO bring me some chicken. I'm really going for the CO. I really ain't even tripping on the inmates.
Yeah.
That's just add-ons, just extra, just
Yeah.
entertain. Y'all sit back, put your feet up, enjoy the show. Yeah. But really, I want the COs. I want the police. That's really what I wanted.
And so a lot of the contraband that comes into the prison is actually, you're saying that a lot of contraband that comes into a prison is brought in by COs.
Absolutely. COs, nurses, maintenance. 100%. Probably, I would say 80% of all contraband come in from a CO, maintenance, a nurse, somebody like that. The inmates rarely, I know at Rice Street, inmates rarely gonna sneak something in on us. Like, we checking everything. We checking everything. At their facility, in real life though, like in reality though, at that facility, they make like $20,000, $25,000 a year.
Wow.
So if I come to you and say, hey, look, I'm gonna give you $500, you bring me this dinosaur flip phone, they gonna do it. I give you $800 if you bring me an iPhone. They gonna do it. You make you dealing with somebody like me for $25,000 a year?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, absolutely. I had a CO bring me in some all kind of stuff. Yeah, I got sneakers in. I want to say I had like some Air Maxes. I had coke, meth, weed, all kind of stuff.
And the COs is the ones that actually brought that in.
Yeah. That facility was so bad. So say like the inmates will bust out the window. They'll fish it down. They partners will come put the weed or whatever up there. They pull it up. That's about the only way the inmates getting it in. And then, but really it's the COs. Put it in a lunch pail. Put it in a sock. Put it in in between the tongue of their shoe and in the side of their shoe. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
That's great. That's eye-opening right there for us. Moving forward, if you had to do it again, to go on 60 days in again, could you do it?
I would be way more active. Yes.
His ain't gonna turn out some more.
Yeah, I would because that facility was really, think about it. They got roughly 500. No, they hold roughly 500 inmates. Rice Street hold roughly 4,000, and it's always overpopulated. So it's probably 5,500 in there. It's three to a cell, and the whole day room is probably another 15 to 20 in the day room. At their facility, they jail only hold 500. They may have 300 inmates.
Was there ever a time that you were scared for your life?
No, honestly, no.
They brought the bullet to the jail, goddamn.
And I had one bad day. The AC went out at the house. I just had my daughter, my youngest daughter, and it was nothing I could do. I couldn't, and I don't like people, coming to do work at the house if I'm not there. Yeah. So I was able to reach out to my brother, and he went to the house and, took care of everything for me. And after that, I'm back tunnel vision. Family good, I'm good. It's go time.
How we've all seen movies of prison and jails and things of that nature. For the people that have never taken a trip to jail, homosexuality, how rampant is it in a prison?
There's no such thing as rape in prison no more. They're in jails or prison. Men do not get raped in prison no more. It's they volunteer. We have a whole dorm room for transgenders. Oh, I'm sorry, alternative lifestyle. So if you come in and you identify yourself as this or whatever, you'll go to the alternative lifestyle. And once you put 2 inmates in a cell, you can't. There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing illegal about JoJo and Jody, goddamn, getting to it at the end of the night lockup.
Well, you can't do it in the jail, but 2 men consensual. I mean, what can we do when we? When they at night, when there's no one there, they do what they do.
So you never seen anybody involuntarily raped in prison?
No, never seen it. Nope. I mean, it's just it's funny to me because you'll see certain people and you'll see them like, oh man, he must kill somebody, he must he did this, but he always hanging out over there with them. He's always at their door trying to, hey, what's going on, and this and that, and you see him. I mean, and then when he go back to where he's supposed to be, he's doing all this, and I'm just looking like, man, just living your truth, bro. Like living your truth.
And then go home to the wife and act like he was the hardest nigga in the jail.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. In the time you were there, what do you think would you consider the craziest thing you saw?
The craziest thing I saw, I would have to say, I mean, stabbings and stuff. That's normal for me. I would have to say the CO falling asleep at the desk. I would have to say that's the craziest thing. That's to me, that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because I've never experienced. It was something new for me. I've never witnessed that. I've never done that. None of my coworkers ever done that. That was like, you really going to sleep when you have 30-something inmates you have to look after. And to me, that's crazy.
I mean, I just would think that would be a hard place to get some sleep at if I'm
yeah.
the CEO.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was kind of like an open base situation where you could just walk up home.
Yeah, it is. And then it's like, what? See, once again, it's like the COs is too cool with the inmates. I would never feel comfortable enough to turn my back or let an inmate walk behind me. Don't even get in arm's distance to me. I know I'm not going to sleep. Nowhere. It ain't happening.
Them boys could have did him dirty.
Yeah, for real.
Could have did him dirty.
Yeah.
So you're an artist, an actor, an activist, whatever you do, come to the Ugly Money Podcast and tell your story. You can be a special invited guest by texting the number right here. Let's lock in your interview. Let's tell the world what you got going on. Over the past 90 days, we've gotten 30 million views on YouTube, 50 million views on social media sites. It's time for the world to know about you. So make sure you text this number so you can come on the Ugly Money Podcast. And you get to meet China too. It's that ugly money. Hey, man, you talk about Fulton County, Rice Street. Mm-hmm. Is that where Young Thug is at?
No, Thug is in, I think, DeKalb. Either Cobb or DeKalb. They moving them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your whole take on that YSL Rico situation?
My take on that is like, I'm a straight shooter to the point where I don't really care what the what the public is saying, right? So my thing is, if you, I always tell people this, just like my cousin just got locked up. You did so much dirt and you didn't get caught for it. Now you really it's catching up to you.
Wow.
That's essentially, that's what it is. But in my opinion, with people like Thug though, man, it's like, to me, it's like you made it. Like you sitting in Buckhead in this $2, $3, $4 million house. Why you even coming back to Cleveland? Like, why? I ain't saying turn your back on this and that, but why you? No, man, no. You the ticket, bro. Yeah. You the ticket. So I mean, to me, it's sad that I like Young Thug. I like his music. Yeah. I like his music a lot, and if he get convicted, he's gonna have a hard time in prison. He's gonna have a hard time in prison because people got this ideal that that because you have money or you part of this or you part of that, that when you go to prison, you know, you gonna have that same level of respect while you in prison. Well, it's totally two different politics. Just because you this on the street don't mean you this in jail or just in prison. Just because you in prison, you this and that. When you get to the street, you don't have the same value. You know what I mean? So honestly, just like what's the one rapper? The one who sung that song, huh? No, Yola. I just don't give. Like on the street when he had that song that hit, man, couldn't tell him nothing.
Exactly.
He was in Rice Street for about. He was in there for like 4 years fighting a murder case. Got found convicted. Got life. He down the road. He mental health now. Mental health, like bad, foaming out the mouth, like just crazy feces. That's what I heard from. But I mean that just go to show that you know you can be, a major celebrity or have all this going on in the free world, and then when you go to prison, prison mentally will beat you down. You got to for someone to go to prison and come out and be mentally sound. That's why like institutionalized. That's a real thing. That's really like a mental health thing. And once you institutionalize, it's hard to come back from that. It's hard to adjust to the,
Because is it because you're just so used to having someone tell you to do everything, or?
Right. Yes. Exactly. Every hour is accounted for. Every hour is accounted for. In fact, when I got out, it took me like 2 weeks to adjust back to life, to like my normal life. And I know mentally, I knew that it was just a show. But I was so involved in hearing them doors close, boom, lockdown, trays up, this and that, commissary. Like it's like I'm becoming a robot. It's like doors closed, jing, man, I hate that sound. Trays up, dang, I gotta eat this, and I'm developing. My mindset is changing. My priorities is changing, and it's like once you come out, it's like dang, it's like all right. I want to say like the first night. I didn't even want to sleep in my bed. Nice, beautiful, big king size bed. I didn't even want to sleep on that. I prefer to sleep on the floor.
Wow.
It was crazy. I felt more comfortable sleeping on the floor than I did in the bed. It just felt weird. Like it didn't feel. I don't know. It was a feeling that I ain't like.
How do you feel that rappers and people of celebrity when they go to prison? You're saying that they don't get any special treatment.
No.
Or any certain level of respect. There's tons of rappers that have been locked up. Mm-hmm. And so hold on, I just want to make sure I understand this. Mm-hmm. So like YNW Melly, who else is locked up? Goddamn, Lucci locked up. So there is no, you're Lucci, we're going to treat you different.
No, Lucci got stabbed in jail. Yeah. Nah, you is on the street. Lucci ain't never get stabbed.
For sure.
Or shot.
Ain't gonna play with him on the street.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I think they shot his mama house up a couple times or something like that. Yeah. But he got all his partners. See, everybody like right now, all us, we can go anywhere and cause all kind of chaos. Mm-hmm. But when you break us up individual, we ain't gonna bark as loud. When we together, we gonna bark. But when you break us up, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, okay, we still gonna say what we're gonna say. But once you separate certain people from they group and they this and that, you gonna get a different person. I see it firsthand every day.
How difficult or indifferent is it being a black man in law enforcement with your other black people?
Mm-hmm. All I said like this, another man's opinion don't take care of my family.
Amen, brother.
Another man's opinion don't take care of my family. Fulton County provided me. I have a nice lifestyle due to Fulton County. So as far as my friends, like honestly, all my friends, they support me 100%. Mm-hmm. So I get people who I say, oh, you a snitch, you this or you that. I said the only difference between me. I said, how am I a snitch? I raised my right hand, took an oath. I say, oh, you don't like the police. When somebody beat up your mama, your old lady, this and that, who you gonna call? You get in a car accident, who you gonna call? So, to me, it's like, people, everybody gonna have the only people who don't like police is criminals. The only people who don't like police is criminals. If you're a criminal, then yeah, of course you don't like the police.
Yeah.
That's just what that is. I don't like you either. Then you know what I mean. Don't do me no favors. It's cool, but really, honestly, truly speaking, even if you know, people who don't like police, honestly, it's just because you doing this and you doing that. You know what I mean? And that's cool, but see, and that's part of the problem when you say F the police or this or that. I'm not telling you to like the police. I mean, that's your personal experience, whatever that is. But I'm just saying, like, you know, just because the police give you a ticket, you speeding, or if you doing this, you drinking and driving, you supposed to get a ticket. You supposed to go to jail if you get a DUI. You can't say, why you saying F the police? That's just 1, 2, 3. 1 + 1 is 2. Yeah. Don't get caught. Get an Uber. Have your partner. That's like you saying F the police for that. I can see if you say F the police because they beat you up, they beat your grandma, your granddaddy, and all that, harassing you. Yeah, okay, I get that. But if you just said that's just weird to me. Like I said, I do square business.
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm wrong, I took my family on vacation to Florida about 2 weeks ago. I got pulled over. I was speeding. I ain't do no, hey, can you cut me a break? I'm such and such. Nah, you gonna give me a ticket? Come on with it. He gave me a ticket. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying Miami PD this or this. Nah, I was speeding. Give my ticket. I'm gonna pay it.
What if you could put a number on it? What percentage of police are good police, you believe, and what percentage of police are bad police?
Well, what do you when you say good police?
When I say bad police, I mean like people that are doing the harassments. Guys like those 4 that did that to George Floyd, guys that are purposely targeting black and brown people, that are just, you know, causing havoc within our communities. And when I say good police, it's just people that's doing what the hell they supposed to do. Right. If your ass was speed, if you was going 80 in a 45, your ass is going to get a reckless driving ticket.
So for me, I'm big on accountability with police, respect. Real big. So I'm the type of guy where I think that, you know, that's why I'm not the judge, the jury, none of that. Yeah. But just for me, when the police do something, I think it should be held more accountable. I feel like if I go out here and let's just take the whole George Floyd situation. Yes, all of them should get life. All of them should get life. And then not only that, for the police who responded and who didn't render aid on site, they should be held accountable too. I mean, to me, it's common sense. You just killed this man. You know different than the people you arrest. You know what I mean? You know different than this person, that person. You know what I mean? Whatever organization, this and that. You know different from them. So, but you raised your hand and took an oath. That's what make you different. That's why you should be held.
Because you got knowledge.
Exactly.
You've been trained.
Exactly.
And you still have just, neglected that training.
And that's when the racism come in. That's when the oh you this or oh you that or I'm gonna do you a favor because you him or like that's bad policing. That's bad policing. That's why the civilians don't trust police when they say F the police. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't never try to dissuade people to the police is good. Ain't none of that. All I do is when you encounter me, you recognize me. Oh, you such and such. Yeah, can I pay for your gas? Can I pay for your food? I'm gonna do it in actions. I'm gonna move how I need to move when I need to move. You know what I mean? So hard. Yeah.
Let's move forward, man. Recently, you took a trip to Clubhouse, and Wack 100 had some very colorful words for you. Now, how did this whole situation transpire?
So my partner, he did the most recent season of 60 Days In. Well, actually, season 7, and in Henry County. And so he's supposed to be fighting on celebrity boxing. And shout out my boy, his name Carlos, the real Carlos. And so it was a whole publicity, you know what I mean, trying to promote this fight, this and that. But the thing what shocked me about Wack was I told my partner, hey, I'm all about it. You know, whatever I need to do to help do this, whatever, I'm cool with, bro. Whatever the play is, let me know. And if I'm cool with it, do what you do. Yeah. But what shocked me about Wack was like, oh, I see what you doing, Carlos. You get up here talking about another motherfucker to promote your fight. He called it. But he still want to come at me, and I'm like, man, I ain't never I ain't got no dealings with nothing you got, man.
Yeah.
We in way two different lanes,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
We in way two different lanes, man. So now that tell me he just want content. He just want content. He you know, the whole Clubhouse play. So what happened was that happened. So I say about a week later, I don't respond, I don't say nothing. And about a week later, his mods from Clubhouse, I'm assuming they from Clubhouse.
Yeah.
They started DMing me. So I'm ignoring it. I'm focused on these houses. This and that, whatever. And it just kept coming and coming and coming. So I was like, daggone. So Wack said when he was talking to Carlos, he was like, yeah, I like to talk to Tony. If Tony want to line up the fight with Blueface, we can line it up. So Carlos got up there saying, I heard that Tony fought Blueface some time back. You know, he just really just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like, I'm like, damn, bro, you know what I mean? So I was like,
this shit.
Yeah, I was like, bro, damn, I don't know nothing about nothing. Like, what we doing, man? At least put me on game, right? But so he was like, yeah, Tony. He was like, yeah, Carlos, if you want to line it up, then yeah, tell him I like to talk to him. So I was like, man, I ain't talking to him. I damn sure ain't getting on Clubhouse arguing with no man. And I see how the women talk. Ain't no women. Women don't talk to me like that. And I'm damn sure ain't about to argue with no woman.
There it is.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And so I said I ain't going to Clubhouse because you know the whole. Wack got a nice little team around him, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you put them on the ropes, they gonna mute you up,
Yeah.
they gonna shoot you down and all that. See, I ain't know nothing
Put
about
you in the
nothing.
gulag.
Yeah, in the gulag and all that, right? So I ain't no Instagram guy, I ain't no Facebook guy, I ain't no Clubhouse, I don't do none of that. All I do is get up, post my pictures, what I want to share with my folks, and get off this. You know what I mean? That's it. Clubhouse, I don't know nothing about no Clubhouse. So that happened. So I was like, man, I ain't tripping. So what happened was, I ain't even gonna lie, what got me tight was this, right? He said, one of his moms DM'd, that was like, oh yeah, you a snitch, you this, you that. And I was like, I ain't even tripping on that. It's like, you a snitch, you broke, and Blueface will do this and do that. And I said, well, damn. I said, well, man, I ain't tripping with this. I had a big project, big contract going on, this and that. I ain't tripping on it. I got the contract. Then they just flooded in. They flooded in. Like it's three of them. It's two dudes and a girl. And so what happened was they just sending me all these crazy messages. So I respond. So they was like, hey, Blueface, Blueface, he don't fight for free. So I was like, so you talking money. So now you got my attention.
There it
you
is.
got my attention now. So she was like, 20,000, he'll fight. I'm like, nigga, you trying me like I'm broke. Make it 50. I said make it 40. I said
Okay.
I said if he come to Atlanta, I give him another 10. And I mean that. Like I'm like, bro, you ain't the only one. There's regular people out here who getting money legit, getting money now.
Yes, sir.
Getting money who you know what I mean?
Legitly.
No, yeah, for real. And it's really like no cap. I'm telling you. So that happened. So now he got my attention now. So he said so one of his moms was like, 50,000, 20,000. I was like, man, you trying me like I'm broke, man. Come on with some money, man. Come on with some money. I said, I ain't going to LA because they already talked on the first Clubhouse with Carlos. He was like, yeah, we can go to you can pull up, tell Tony he can pull up to the gym out there in LA or wherever he at, and they can spar. I said, man, I ain't going no LA fighting you. Man, y'all knocking each other off.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't, man, stop playing with me, man. Yeah. And y'all knocking each other off. I ain't going out there. I'm going to max them out. And then y'all going, you know what I mean? We ain't doing all that, man. Y'all goofy, man. You goofy. So I said, I give you an extra 10 on top of it if you come out here. And I was like, your Wack on, he got long reach. Call some folks down here who you know. Yeah. Everything. I do square business. Yeah. Ain't doing no backpedaling. For real. My reach pretty long too now, so don't come playing in the woods. That's what that is.
Gentlemen, this episode is being brought to you by Shoe Crazy Wine. You see what she's doing with the bottle? Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Shoe Crazy Wine, official sponsor of the Ugly Buddy Podcast, triple distilled. It's black owned. I don't drink Hennessy. I drink Shoe Crazy. I don't drink any of those other plate things. I drink Shoe Crazy. Do that thing with the bottle again. Official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast. What up? So you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out. In the last 90 days, we did over 30 million views on YouTube, over 50 million views on social media sites. Promote your business on the Ugly Money Podcast. Let me help you turn your business up. Make sure you text the number right here below. We'll schedule a call, and let's get it popping. Let's get it moving. Let's get that brand and that business out of here. Yeah, you can be an official sponsor of the Ugly Money Podcast, and China just left. See y'all in a minute. Text us. So, if you had to guess a boxing match between you and Blueface, how would it end and what round?
Oh, I'm a straight shooter, right? So right now, Blueface will get me just because he gonna go the distance. I ain't got the cardio. I ain't been on point with my cardio. But Blueface give me three months. Yeah. Second round, I'm gonna eat him. I hit too hard. I hit too hard. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real. Wack, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah. I don't even want Blueface. Okay. I don't even, my partner, Carlos, he been sparring for him. Okay. I want Wack to line the fade up with me. We get a 2-for-1.
Wack 100, you hear that?
Yeah, it's like that.
Wait a minute, I ain't never seen nobody call Wack out to the ring, goddamn Wack.
Man, it's like that. It's like that.
So you want to goddamn take Wack lunchbox?
Man, listen, man. Listen, if Wack, so I get the clubhouse, and it's his platform. I'm a respectful man. Yeah. You know what I mean? He ain't saying nothing disrespectful. I ain't coming to this platform talking goofy. I respect him. So I come out, I say, yo, what's up, man? This Tony, and one of the mobs, before I can even get anything off, oh, that's that snitch, that's that this. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So I'm like, so Wack just get the rambling. See, Wack can control, when you go to Wack platform, he can control everything. Of course. Because they texting each other, hey, look, when he cut him off, mute him and all. Man, I ain't doing none of that goofy stuff, man. I ain't doing none of that, man. We gonna talk. If we not, I ain't playing no games. So
we saying right here on the Ugly Money Podcast that Tony from 60 Days In want the one with Wack 100.
Straight like that. And I ain't going to L.A. because y'all crashing out. I ain't going to L.A. So don't invite me back to no clubhouse. I'm not coming. Matter of fact, holla at Ugly Money.
That is.
Holla at him if you want to holla at me.
Wack. Wack.
Because I'm going to tell you. All he going to say is, oh, that ain't my people. Nah, in your absence, your mods, they your voice. So in your absence, that's your voice. So that's what that is. But not even that, though, man. I really feel like he disrespecting me now, so now it's up.
Hey, Wack.
It's up, man.
A challenge has been issued, brother.
Straight like that.
Hey, man.
Like that.
Wack 100, a challenge has been issued. Tony from 60 Days In said he wanted his one. He wanted one. He's going to put the bag up too, Wack.
And then to be real, not to cut y'all, but to be real, Wack always saying, on this, I'm going to do this when I see you. He ain't never seen nobody. Have y'all seen it? Who he seen? He said he going to do this and do that to Charleston White. Man, go play with Charleston White. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Who have he did anything to? That's what that is, man. I respect the man. It's all respect. Yeah. It's all respect, but that's what it is. I don't like bullies. Yeah, it is. I don't like bullies.
You said that.
Wack, yes, listen, it's like this. Wack, I think Wack was a pimp before. I'm telling you. Wack wordplay is hell, man. Wack wordplay gonna take you up through there, man. Wack gonna have you thinking like, damn, I don't even like lasagna, but I'm eating lasagna. I'm telling you, he's smooth with his word. I respect it. Yeah. I respect it. But however, he said a lot of stuff that, that he be backpedaling on. Like he'll say, he was just talking to somebody from New York, some Chris from New York. He was like, in a woman, they said, oh, she valid. So she bang, she do this. But Wack said, nah, you ain't putting no woman in men business. But then he got a woman. She supposed to be valid. Yeah. Oh, I can bring such and such up. She valid. Oh, nah, she bang for real.
What's Shawty name? What's Shawty name? I be seeing her too. Oh, man, what's Shawty name to be on the Wack joint? Yeah. They be having the hundreds on their
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but like even a little situation like that's like, so you talking to them, so they can't bring a woman in the conversation because it's men. But they saying she valid, she bang, she this and that. You saying she valid, she bang, it's okay for you for your people to come in, this woman to come in, but it ain't okay for that woman to come in. That's goofy to me. That's goofy to me. That's goofy.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? That's goofy. And then he always like now. So I say since he did all that, right? So I did a little research and this and that, right? So I'm trying to figure out, man. Hey, man, man. Wack always talking about some damn this LA business. This our politicking. If you ain't from LA, if you ain't from California, you can't speak on it.
Yeah.
Man, then why you talking about Young Thug in them case? Why you talking about damn 6ix9ine case? You doing business with 6ix9ine and you an OG. Man, what kind of man? Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Respectfully, nah, disrespectfully. I want the fade. Look, it's like this.
Hey, Wacky on your ass!
He do too much backpedaling. He be contradicting himself. And what I mean is like, I want to know how he knows so much about Young Thug's case. Every time when he talking about, you know who always man, don't get me started, man.
Hey, man.
Don't get me started, man.
Questions that
Don't get me started. Hey, Wack, man, you got a week. If you don't respond in a week, I'm gonna let this go. If you respond to some goofy stuff, man, it's up, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm a Charleston White your ass. I'm gonna sit you down. I tell you what. Nah, fuck that. Nah. We gonna go on and get it.
Go on, get it in there.
Go on and get it. Hey, look, Wack. Hey, Wack, since you know everybody's case, right? You know everything about everybody's case, right? Listen, Wack really, boy, hey, nah, man, listen, Wack, hey, Wack. Hey, look, check it though. Now I'm gonna give it to you. So check it. It's like this. Wack know everything about everybody's case. Mm-hmm. So Wack supposed to be a gangster. One week he a gangster. 1 week he a businessman. Mm-hmm. He justified doing business with 6ix9ine because that's the business, man. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's a gangster. Mm-hmm. So he'll tell somebody who he debating with back and forth, oh, I just do business with 6ix9ine. But let's just say somebody else affiliated with a snitch because 6ix9ine's a snitch. Or allegedly, and the world knows 6ix9ine is a snitch. Yeah. Let's just say whoever he debating with, there's allegations that they partner's a snitch. Wack going, oh, yo, he was just talking to somebody from L.A., Rat Baby or something like that. He was like, Brick Baby. Oh, your stepdad or your daddy a snitch or something like that, he said. And he was like, nah, my stepdad, he's a millionaire and this and that. I'm like, Wack, even if he is a snitch, why you jamming on him when you do business with 6ix9ine? So how can you even talk about a snitch this? Man, come on, man. They're coming from the police, man. Come on, man. Listen, if you in the streets, do not get on Clubhouse. You're incriminating yourself. Listen to what I'm telling you. Wack always say don't talk L.A. business, California business. If you from L.A., listen, man. Listen. I ain't gonna talk on California because he said don't do that. I'm gonna do that. Anywhere else, especially if you in the South, do not get on Clubhouse arguing with Wack. Because I'm going to tell you, Wack, I'm telling you, he used to be a pimp. Wack, I just listened to a podcast, something on Clubhouse today. I did a little research today. Yeah. The young dude from L.A., he supposed to be a Crip. Wack done called somebody into the call. He was like, oh, yeah, buddy name was like, I think he said his name was like 6 or something like that. And Wack homeboy was like, nah, he ain't valid. I ain't never heard of him. I'm this, and this. We ain't never heard of him. So the young man, he was like, man, I don't want to say no names. Hit me on the back channel or hit me in a private message. Yeah. Wack done finesse. This man, he done said why he not going to do. That he came to Clubhouse knowing he not going to do that. Yeah. Get what happened before he left. What? Wack done finessed him and tricked him. He said everybody's name. And who you think listening on Clubhouse?
Free game alert.
Who listening to Clubhouse?
The police.
What you said. Come on, man. Listen. Do not get on Clubhouse arguing with that man. He going to trick you. Do not get on Clubhouse arguing with no grown man. This man got on Clubhouse, said, I'm not going to do this, and Wack tricked this man into doing it, saying all his folks' name. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Wack, line that fade up, man. Come on to the A, man. You got long reach. Come on, man. Everything. I do square business, man. I don't do none of that goofy stuff. I can't go to L.A. Y'all, Y'all do too much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony is here.
For real, believe that, man.
He
Believe
getting
that.
it done today, Jack.
Man, believe that, man. Ain't no backpedaling, man, for real. For real. And what I really want people to understand is that, you know, you ain't got to be no gangster or none of that to be a stand-up dude to handle your business.
For sure.
Some men you just shouldn't play with. You know, some people you don't play with. You ain't got to had this resume full of, I done did this, did that, did that. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. Don't come playing. like it's always respect,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's always respect. And man, Wack got a Wack. Man, listen, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm a Charleston White his ass.
Oh, shit.
I'm a Charleston White his ass. Shout out Charleston White. Hey, shout out Charleston White. Hey, boy. Hey, Dewberry, y'all boys winning, boy. Hey, Charleston White, look, I got one for you. Charleston White, hey, top this one. Check this one out.
Check me out.
Hey, look, this what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit Charleston. Nah, look, I need you to hit up Charleston White, right? This what we're gonna do.
Yes, sir.
This what we're gonna do. Since Wack knows so much police business, right?
Yeah.
So he always say you can't talk this business, this politics business, this and that. So Wack, why you talking police business? So what we gonna do, Charleston White, this is what we gonna do. I know Wack got deep pockets. So Wack, we're gonna pull your record. You probably got a couple felonies, couple misdemeanors. As long as you ain't got too many violent crimes, we're going to get you sworn in as a sheriff's deputy. We're going to get you sworn in. Give me 6 months. I'm going to contact Charleston White. He got long reach, too. I'm going to contact Charleston White. Damn, Wack, give me 6 months, $500,000 to $1 million. Give me 6 months, you're going to be a sheriff's deputy. Guarantee you. Give me another 5 years, you're going to run for sheriff, my boy. Yeah, you're going to change. You're going to change LA. I'm going to tell you that. You the man. Call you trendsetter.
Hey, man, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Ugly Money Podcast.
What you said?
And Tony ain't holding no punches. Wack 100, he said you got a week to respond, man. Hey, man, before we get out of here, hey, let these folk know where to follow you at. Let them know what they can look forward to, my brother.
Yeah. Tony _get_it_done.
And we got it done tonight, my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this has been the Ugly Money Podcast, brought to you by Engorge Rejuvenation Tea, promoting erections, improving size, stamina, and libido. Make sure you go to engorge.com. That's EN-GORG.com. This has been the Ugly Money Podcast with Tony. Get it done.
Accusation. False.
Wacky say you got a week, nigga. And we out, boy.